Be quite random. I don't know how to start this video off, so I'll start it off with this. Puppy! Sasha's back, and just question for you guys. What color does Sasha look to you? Because my mom says that she's red. What? I think she's like you're like the complexion of like a chicken nugget fresh out of the batter, like that golden brown. But let me hold her up. What color is Sasha to y'all? You tell me, so I'll know like officially, so I don't look like an idiot. But let's talk some chocolate. You can't eat chocolate because that'll kill you. Let's talk some Wonka. What's going on, my YouTuber subscribers, Willy Wonka fans, chocolate fans alike? You guys are having an amazing start to your week because we got a brand new movie to kick off the month of December, and that is Wonka, a fantasy musical. It's a musical fantasy movie to carry us through the month of December. It stars Timothee with a C. He's the newest Willy Wonka that's been brought to the big screen. It's a prequel and not a remake. It's actually a prequel and an origin story to the Willy Wonka. But is the movie good? This movie is whimsical, magical. It's dark at times. One word. The movie's cool. The movie's good. I'm gonna be honest, I had zero expectations for this movie. I pretty much went into this movie pretty much thinking like, okay, Willy Wonka, what can they do? Can we bring something new to the table that's not gonna just, bore me to death? And I will say the movie does have an extreme amount of heart, extreme amount of magic, extreme amount of just whimsical stuff that makes me just kind of feel like a kid inside. Like, this movie, is it for kids? Sort of, kind of, but also at the same time, like I said, there are some kind of dark themes and dark moments in this movie that might make you be like, oh, pull it back. But I thought it was a pretty serviceable movie that explains the origins and the humble beginnings of the famous chocolate maker that is Willy Wonka. And yeah, what you need to know about the movie. First comes why I believe that Wonka is officially in theaters this Friday. Like I said, there's like a nice amount of movies that are going to end the movie's year off, and I think Wonka is a nice, safe bet to go check out. Why not? Here's why. Acting in the movie, Timothee, who is Wonka, I liked him. He was pretty a believable Wonka. I feel like he was like what is his name? Gene Wilder? Is that? You're gonna kill me. I can't remember the original Wonka's name, but he was like reminiscent of that. Like, he was never Johnny Depp. Was never that Wonka. That was really good, really fleshed out. This dude was literally just like in the zone. I'm just like, I come to this land with nothing but dreams to make the best chocolate ever, to be a magician and a chocolate whiz, the best star guy who ever lived. Timmy did a good job in that aspect. So also all of other surprise actors, like I said, I saw his trailer like one time back in February. So it was refreshing seeing like, oh man, that person in the movie, Hugh Grant's the Oompa Loompa, oh yeah. Even Mr. Bean was in the movie. Mr. Bean. Plot of the movie, more or less, okay, the movie, it takes place back in like the early 20th century and shit, like way back when. We meet the young, ambitious, filled with dreams, Mr. Willy Wonka. He comes to the land, he's just like, you know what, I'm going to make the best chocolate ever, chocolate candy that's going to change the world and make everyone believe in dreams and Christmas and puppies. And of course, he's got oppositions and shit. Everybody just, being like, nah, chocolate, I don't think so. All the oppression, stuff like that pretty much telling him like, no, you can't do this. And of course, by the end of the movie, Willy Wonka, well, it's like I say, it's prequel to Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory. It's just a lot more songs. You know about the movie, Willy Wonka, you just see his origins and how he became the crazy chocolate maker he is now. That's gonna eventually get a lot of kids murdered. There's a movie, like I said, it's a musical, like musical with a capital M. And I thought the music in the movie, like I said, it's, what's the word? Not fantasy, fantastical, something. I'm making up a word, fantastical. Some of the songs really like knocking my socks off in that aspect, but there were songs that were like pretty like toe tapping, catchy, like, oh yeah, I might listen to that on iTunes. I like that shit, but nothing super over the top to make me just be like, can we just turn this off now, please? I will say might be a little bit of a con, is that a big amount of the runtime, I will say, is kind of Willy Wonka. He's got there's subplots in the movie too, because like I say, Willy Wonka, if you didn't know, doesn't really know how to read. There's like subplots with him trying to learn that shit, and then you got a big part of the movie where he's pretty much forced to work, and it's just like, come on, where's the Willy Wonka magic I want to see and shit that I was promised in the trailer? I'll also say, I don't know if it's con or not, but I will say, like, when I walked out of it, I was just like, this is a backstory origin that I don't think we ever really didn't know about Wonka, about Willy Wonka. Was anyone ever really asking for this movie? Like, I feel like it was touched upon enough in the Johnny Depp version. I'm just like, okay, I get a sense, but they never really ever touched upon it in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know why. It was just kind of just like, yeah, we need to really know, like, how did Wonka get it going? I feel like we didn't even know that. There are enough wacky shenanigans that happen throughout the movie, enough to make kind of be like, okay, I get it. It's, you know, it's family entertainment for the holidays, so I guess I'll let it slide. At the end of the day, Wonka was a pretty serviceable movie that I think the families will have a pretty decent enough time watching. Like I said, if you're a fan of musicals, I feel like you'll get something out of this movie a bit. I also feel like it's an origin story that didn't really need to happen, but I guess now we have it now. About Timothy with a C. You know, I don't fuck up names. I thought Timothy was pretty good Wonka, and the fact that, you know, he brought that youthful, like, oh man, imagination and shit. I want to bake the best chocolate ever. Even though by the time the movie's kind of over and he's kind of making his chocolate stuff, it's like, it's how can I put this? It's more like the contraptions of how the chocolate stuff and the candies get made is more in the forefront than the chocolate itself. Like, kind of just like, oh, that's cool how you made it, but the chocolate, just like, okay, whatever. Can you do that again? So Wonka. I guess I'll say that Wonka is definitely a pretty safe 7 out of 10 with definitely worth seeing at matinee. Wonka officially in theaters this Friday. You're going to see it, you're not going to see it, type below. Let me know, talk about it. See you guys in the next video. And yeah, have a great week. And as always, subscribe. Until next time.